What's poppin', everybody? How's everyone doing this morning? This is your boy Ivan. Now, as always, when me and my boy Nidge do these death battle predictions, I always do part one. He always do part two. So after you finish watching part one, I will link part two in the description down below. So as soon as you finish with this one, please go down to Nidge's channel to watch the second half of the video. And so, without further ado, enjoy our prediction, guys.
What's going on, Hood Nation? Ivanimal NidgeDFX. We are doing the death battle prediction of Lobo versus Ghost Rider.
Marvel versus DC, two bike driving, chain wielding sons of bitches with a lot of power. And from the from the research me and Nidge have been doing, I think this is easily going to be the closest battle of all time, in my opinion, because these two guys are extremely powerful. So yeah, what are your initial thoughts on this battle, bro?
I'm with you on that there. I'm going to have to say this is probably the closest battle. It's one of those that it's going to come down to a few things that we will get touched in a little bit. And with that being said, let's jump to our first feat, strength.
So strength. Would you like me to start this off, or would you like to do the honor?
Yes, he's representing Lobo, by the way. Ivanimal is. And your boy Nidge is representing Ghost Rider.
All right, sweet. So, would you like me to start it off, or would you like to start it off, homie?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, as we all know, Lobo. From all the research I've been doing, Lobo is easily on par with DC's strongest characters, probably more so even Superman. As I'm reading right here, one of the feats he's known to do, he's easily able to break Hal Jordan's constructs, which is actually really impressive considering that those things are almost impossible to break. It says right here he kicked Superman back down to a planet and dodged a rock thrown at Superman. And hold on. He could spit hard enough to kill somebody. I think that's pretty funny, but
Hakalugi. It's like
yeah, pretty
straight through
much.
your mouth and take a toothpick like ding.
Exactly. He manhandles Superman on the regular. Superman claims Lobo is so well. I think that's a speed feat. So let me take that back. But yeah, he's able to go on toe to toe with Superman, and what else? Yeah, let's just say he's almost planet busting with his power. Like if he's able to because he said he has guns and stuff that can literally destroy a planet.
I would probably say he's stronger than planetary because Superman is up. He's past planetary.
Yeah, he is. He is.
But okay. So yeah, as far as Ghost Rider goes, um, from my understanding and research, his strength kind of really scales to whoever he's facing, give or take. It's almost like a strength hacks. It's been kind of hinted throughout his whole history on a consistent level. So with that being said, he has proven this because he got into it with Thor, and he's even got into it with the Green Scar Hulk, who was a draw. I must add that. But the only other person that's ever drawn against that same type of Hulk was the Sentry. So when you put him up there, he's basically on a Sentry Green Scar Hulk level. And you could say Thor too, for this matter. But I would definitely say Sentry would probably be one of the nastiest out of the three if I had to really throw some money at him. So with that being said, yeah, his strength is, I would say, pretty comparable to Lobo's. I mean, that's pretty much your top hitters there.
Yeah, pretty much. Like if Ghost Rider is that strong, I mean, yeah, they're both extremely heavy hitters. And if I can mention a few more feats, it says right here that he crushed trillions of tons worth of city into a ball, then ate it.
Oof.
He said he's able to knock out Gardner. Actually, no. He regularly beats up someone named Ghost Goldstar who can survive a planetary blast. So yeah, these
See
are
what I
some
mean? He's punching harder than Planet, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so that's pretty much one of the best strength feats I've seen so far. I mean, as far as I can look up. But yeah, they're both if I don't know what to make of it. They're both hella powerful. What's your take on it, man?
Yeah, they're both up there. And like I said, to me, Thor, a lot of people underestimate his strength. On one hand, he was holding 8 planets, literally, at one time. But I think they even said in the Death Battle that Wonder Woman was stronger than Thor because they were using the serpent snake going around the Earth as a strength feat. That
Yeah.
wasn't his most impressive feat. He literally was holding 8 planets. So, or it might have even been 8 moons. But even if it was 8 moons, that still weighs more than our planet. From my understanding, I could be wrong, give or take. But either way, 8 of either one of those is still more than Earth. I'm pretty confident. I'll say it that way. But my point is that Ghost Rider's strength really just matches whoever he's fighting. So it really just comes down to a draw, or it's either equal or less from what I've seen. So it sounds like to me I would give it to Lobo at that point. You know
Fair
what
enough.
I mean? Because
Yeah.
he's either going to match it or be lower. So it's a coin toss. I could say draw. We could just agree to a draw if you want, but
Yeah, I agree.
it's really one of those things. Like technically, if you toss a coin 10 times and there's your answer, literally, So yeah. Do you want to talk about the durability or?
Yeah, sure. We can talk about durability. So, so Lobo's durability is said to be probably the best out of all the DC characters. Not just his durability, but his regeneration ability as well. He can take a punch. He takes punches from Superman, as we know, is beyond planet level. And his generative ability is really powerful too. It says right here, he was eaten by the mask, regenerated parts of his body, left the bomb, and cut himself free before the bomb can go off. So that's one of his shit, I'm brain farting again. Regeneration feats. And one of his abilities is he shook off a planetary explosion that cleared a planet of life. He gets hit with missiles and explosions on the regular. He what else? He can regenerate from just a skull in a matter of seconds.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, so it says right here he was reduced to only his soul and possessed a snail who seems to take on his strength, durability, and somehow forced it back to his normal form.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty damn. His durability is top notch. I put him on a Deadpool or Wolverine level. It's probably even higher at that point.
It probably shits down both of their regenerations, in my opinion, but that's my opinion.
Well, the famous thing about Lobo, and I actually made a song about this back because I had a friend that was a Superman tard, and I remember I'm the Goku tard, right? And he educated me about DC characters, and he's talking about Lobo, and he told me the story about Lobo's immortal because heaven doesn't, or hell doesn't want him, and heaven doesn't either. To take him because they're afraid of him. And I made a song, and I'll sing the cheesy chorus quick with my horrible voice.
Alright, go for
like
it.
Something. How did it go? Like, sometimes I wonder if I'll live forever, 'cause heaven don't want me, and hell's afraid I'll take over. It was like a cheesy song I made off of Lobo. Like, I was inspired. Awesome. I used to do a lot of music when I was younger. I wasn't the lead singer, as you can tell, but that was the premise of it. Like, it was the song was just called like, heaven doesn't want me, and hell's afraid I'll take over. Basically. It was my own saying. He never said that in the comics, but the way I sing the lyrics like that, like I thought it would have been such a cool hit. But I digress, everybody. That was an old time. I don't do music anymore. I put the guitar down in the piano and all that stuff. 20-some years and I'm out. I had fun with it while it lasted. But yeah, with that being said, though, his durability is up there. But so is Ghost Rider. That's his bread and butter. He basically can't really die. Anything that happens, you smash his skull or kick him in the nuts, he'll just grow a new one, or a boner for his matter. And his durability is insane. I will admit, however, that there is times when he can get knocked out due to writer fallacy, or you know what I mean, writer plot.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, but that also happens to Lobo too. Like, both characters have like, I'm pretty sure even like Batman fucking kicked Lobo, and I'm like, how the hell does that work? Do you know? So it's like, that's why we're gonna go off of obviously the impressive feats and not like the writer plot. So I'm gonna ignore that. The only thing I will say is our boy Ghost Rider does have a weakness, and it's magic and holy weapons. Does Lobo possess any of that? Is his chain magical?
I honestly have no clue, to be honest. That's a good question because I just know that he has obviously has his chain, he has bombs, he has guns, and while some of them say they're able to destroy cities, it doesn't really say anything about anything holy or whatever.
Yeah. So that like with that being said, it's that for sure is way more effective. Like holy weapons or holy attacks, anything that's holy is basically kryptonite to Ghost Rider. So like if you ever run into him, you better hope you're like a priest or something, or you got some holy magic. You know what I mean? Then you could take him pretty easy. Actually, he'll just fall over like a little bitch, and he'll basically get what is that, exorcist or whatever.
Yeah.